The baby started crying at 2:47 in the morning. It wasn't loud. It was the soft, confused kind of cry, the kind that builds slowly before it becomes something bigger. Ryan was already half awake. He reached for the monitor on the nightstand, but before he could even sit up, something moved in the hallway. Heavy footsteps, deliberate, unhurried. And by the time Ryan made it to the nursery door, Zeus was already there, sitting beside the crib, still as a statue, just watching her. But to understand what that moment meant, you have to go back to the beginning, because most people never gave Zeus a chance to show them who he really was. Ryan and his wife Claire had brought Zeus home 3 years before Lily was born. He was 8 months old then, already big, already broad-shouldered, already the kind of dog that made strangers cross the street. 120 pounds of black Cane Corso with a chest like a barrel and a face that didn't apologize for itself. The neighbors weren't subtle about how they felt. One afternoon, a woman from 2 doors down stopped Claire on the sidewalk. She looked at Zeus, sitting calmly at the end of his leash. Then she looked at Claire. "You know what that breed is capable of," she said. "You know what they were bred for." Claire didn't argue. She just nodded once. "I know exactly what he's capable of," she said. "That's why we chose him." She didn't explain further. She didn't need to, because the people who actually knew Zeus understood something the neighbors couldn't see from a distance. He wasn't a dog who performed. He wasn't a dog who showed off his gentleness to earn approval. He simply was who he was. Steady, watchful, completely certain of his place in their home. And when Claire became pregnant, something in Zeus shifted. Not in a way that was obvious at first, but Ryan noticed it in the small things. The way Zeus started following Claire from room to room, the way he positioned himself between her and the front door whenever someone knocked, the way he slept closer to her side of the bed as the months passed. Ryan mentioned it to Claire one evening in the kitchen. "He knows," she said simply, one hand resting on her stomach. Ryan looked over at Zeus, watching them both from his bed in the corner. "Yeah," Ryan said quietly, "I think he does." But what happened next would change how both of them understood him completely. Lily arrived on a Tuesday morning in early spring. They brought her home 2 days later. Ryan carried the car seat through the front door while Claire moved carefully beside him. Zeus was waiting in the hallway. He didn't rush forward, he didn't jump. He stood very still and watched as Ryan set the carrier down in the living room floor. Then he walked forward, slowly, one step at a time, and lowered his enormous head toward the carrier. He sniffed carefully, once, twice, then sat back and looked up at Ryan, like he was waiting for permission to understand what this meant. "It's okay," Ryan said softly. Zeus looked back down at Lily, and something in his expression went completely calm. If this story is already touching your heart the way it touched ours, please take a second and subscribe. Every subscriber tells us these stories matter. From that afternoon forward, the dynamic in the house changed entirely. Zeus had always been attentive, but now he was something else. He was present in a way that was almost impossible to describe. When Lily slept in her bouncer near the couch, Zeus lay on the floor 3 feet away, not on his bed, not by the back door, close enough to hear her breathe. When Ryan or Claire moved her to a different room, Zeus got up and followed without being asked. Every single time, Claire started calling it his shift. "Zeus is on shift," she'd say, watching him settle beside the bassinet in the evening. Ryan laughed the first time she said it. He stopped laughing after the 3rd week, because by then, it was clear that Zeus wasn't just nearby. He was paying attention in a way that made Ryan quietly, genuinely grateful. Moments like these are exactly why this channel exists. The real test came on a night in early June. Lily had been fussier than usual all day. A small fever, nothing serious, the pediatrician had said, but enough to make her uncomfortable. She'd finally fallen asleep around 9. Ryan and Claire went to bed not long after, exhausted. At 2:47 in the morning, the soft crying started. Ryan heard it through the monitor. He reached for it, and then he heard the footsteps in the hallway. He made it to the nursery 30 seconds later. Zeus was already beside the crib, sitting perfectly still, not whining, not pawing at anything, just there, present, watching Lily with the same focused calm he'd had since the very first afternoon she came home. Ryan stood in the doorway for a moment and didn't move. He hadn't turned the light on. He didn't need to. The hallway light was enough. Something about the image stopped him completely. 120 pounds of dog that the whole neighborhood feared, sitting beside a crib in the middle of the night, making sure a baby girl wasn't alone in the dark. Then he walked in quietly, picked Lily up, and held her until she settled. Zeus waited until she was back in the crib, until the room went quiet again. Then he looked up at Ryan once and walked back down the hallway to his bed. Ryan told Claire the next morning. She didn't say anything for a moment. Then she said, "He's been doing that." Ryan looked at her. "How long?" She thought about it. "Since the first week," she said. "I just didn't want to say anything in case he thought I was imagining it." Ryan was quiet for a long time after that. Some stories are too good to keep to yourself, and this is one of them. By summer, something else had shifted. Lily had started pulling herself upright. She grabbed at everything within reach: table edges, couch cushions, cabinet handles, and Zeus. She grabbed his ears, his jowls, the loose skin at the back of his neck. Zeus never moved away. He lowered his head patiently every single time, like he understood that this small person was still learning what the world felt like. One afternoon in the backyard, they set up a small inflatable pool. Lily sat in the shallow water in her yellow dress, splashing with both hands, absolutely delighted. Zeus stepped in beside her. He didn't splash, he didn't play, he just stood there in the water next to her, watching the yard, watching the fence, watching everything around her with those steady, dark eyes. Ryan stood nearby with his phone, recording it, and he realized watching the footage back later that Zeus hadn't looked at the camera once. Not once. His eyes were on Lily the entire time. Not the fence, not the neighbors passing on the other side, just her. There is a neighbor, the same woman who stopped Claire on the sidewalk years ago, who crosses paths with them regularly now on the evening walk. She doesn't say much, but a few weeks ago she stopped. She watched Zeus walking calmly beside the stroller, matching his pace to Claire's, checking back every few steps. "He's different than I expected," she said. She said it quietly, almost like she was admitting something. Claire looked at her. "He's exactly what I expected," she said. "We just had to give him the chance to show it." Some dogs guard houses. Zeus guards something that can't be locked or alarmed or measured. He guards the small, ordinary moments. Bath time, backyard afternoons, the quiet hours between midnight and morning when a baby stirs and a parent is still half asleep. He guards the feeling that someone is watching, that someone noticed, that in this house, nobody, not even the smallest person in it, is ever truly alone. So here is something to think about. When a dog no one trusted becomes the one a baby reaches for first, is that training? Or is that something else entirely? Drop your answer below.